All right, welcome to the Explainer. So you're planning an event, and you've probably seen the name K&K Insurance pop up. It's everywhere. But here's the big question for 2025. Is it actually your best choice? We're going to dig into what a recent, really detailed analysis found so you can make the right call for your big day.
So picture this. You're putting together a wedding, a big conference, whatever it is, and your venue hits you with the "we need proof of insurance" line. You know the drill. You hop online and boom, K&K is one of the first names you see. I mean, they've been around forever, a real legacy provider. But does that legacy still mean anything today? Well, the latest analysis is hinting that there might be a few cracks in the foundation.
All right, let's dive right in and take a closer look at K&K. And we're not just guessing here. This is all based on a really comprehensive 2025 review from Events Guardian that looked at more than a dozen different insurance companies. And wow, right out of the gate, we hit a pretty shocking number. In those 2025 rankings, K&K got a rating of just 1 out of 5 stars. Yeah, you heard that right. A 1. That's a huge deal. And it immediately makes you wonder, okay, why? What's going on here?
Well, that 1-star rating really comes down to a handful of major headaches for anyone trying to use their service. First off, the analysis points to an extremely outdated website. You know, the kind that's a total pain to use, especially if you're on your phone. Then there's this weird mandatory membership thing. You have to join something called a risk purchasing group. It's just an extra hoop to jump through that you don't see with modern providers. And get this, you can't even see a sample policy before you pay. Plus, in some states, you can't even get liquor liability coverage. These aren't just little quirks. These are real roadblocks that can make an already stressful process way, way worse.
And if that wasn't enough, check out this quote from the analysis of another company, WedSafe. It literally says, "For your sanity, avoid WedSafe and K&K Insurance." Pretty blunt, right? And here's the kicker. The source material points out that K&K owns WedSafe. So when you see both companies getting the same 1-star rating and this kind of warning, it's not a coincidence. It's a clear pattern. Okay, so if the 2025 analysis is basically waving a giant red flag about K&K, where are you supposed to go? Well, the good news is that same investigation didn't just point out the problems, it also highlighted 2 fantastic modern alternatives that absolutely crushed it in the ratings. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just night and day. You've got K&K over here with its 1-star rating, that clunky, outdated design, and a starting price of $179. Then, on the other side, you have our top-rated alternatives. That's GatherGuard and SpecialInsurance.com, rocking 4.5+ star ratings, slick, modern websites that give you pricing in real time, and policies that start from just $75. We're talking cheaper, easier, and way better rated. It's a huge difference. So let's break down that first top pick, GatherGuard. The analysis really loves this one, especially for the price. I mean, policies start at just $75 for a standard $1 million, $2 million liability policy. That's awesome. Plus, you're dealing directly with the insurer. No middlemen, no extra steps. And my favorite part, you get a full refund if you cancel any time up to the day before your event. That kind of flexibility is just golden. And our other top-rated choice is SpecialInsurance.com. Now, this one's big strength is coverage and user experience. It's the one you want to look at if your venue has some trickier, more specific requirements, because it bundles in a lot of those important policy extras right into the price. The website is super smooth, and the analysis pointed out a really cool feature for multi-day events. It often covers your setup and teardown days for free. That's a huge value add. Okay, so we've got 2 fantastic modern options, GatherGuard and SpecialInsurance.com. So how in the world do you choose between them? Well, it actually boils down to one simple but super important detail in your venue's contract. And that key detail is a little phrase called a waiver of subrogation. Now, I know it sounds super technical and complicated, but it's not. All it means is that your insurance company promises not to sue your venue if they have to pay out a claim. That's it. A lot of venues are requiring this now, and it's the #1 thing that will decide which of our 2 top picks is right for you.
So this makes your final decision incredibly simple. Here's the roadmap. Step 1, pull out your venue contract and look at the insurance section. Step 2, ask yourself, does it mention that waiver of subrogation? If the answer is no, the analysis points you straight to GatherGuard. It's going to be your most affordable, high-quality choice. But if the answer is yes, and your venue does require that waiver, then your best bet is SpecialInsurance.com because they include it right in the policy. It's that easy. A simple, data-backed way to get exactly what you need without any of the guesswork.
At the end of the day, getting insurance for your event shouldn't be another source of stress. The data is crystal clear. There's a major shift happening, moving away from these clunky older platforms and toward options that are just better. They're easier to use, they're more transparent, and they're more affordable. So now that you have the facts, which path are you going to take to protect your event with total confidence and zero hassle?